RogueCon 23. That's right. It is here. It's not back. It's here. It's the first one. Join the ultimate celebration of digital content with its creators, passionate fans, and industry experts. It is all happening in downtown Waco across multiple venues, January 20th through the 22nd of 2023. Now, if you want to go, you got to get tickets, and tickets are on sale at RogueCon23.com. That's RogueCon, RogueCon 23.com. Be there. I'm going to be there. Everybody's going to be there. Let's go.
Hey y'all, I'm April.
And I'm Caroline.
And this
is your Bloody Happy Hour.
Caroline, are you ready for this?
This is your newest guilty pleasure.
It's the bloodiest part of your week.
Did we say something about it also being happy hour?
Show did.
Because we about to be sipping on some murder. Bloody Happy Hour.
Hey y'all, it's Thursday.
Hello, people. Here we are.
We are here. We are glad that you are tuning in to another episode. This is episode 38.
We have to, this is how hard we're thinking about it.
38.
Yeah. Yep.
It's gone by really fast. So that means if you've been listening to us since episode 1, you've heard us for at least 40 hours straight. What? Straight?
Excuse me? What?
40 hours straight. Probably
40
more.
Hours? You
Probably
must
more.
really love us.
That's a whole work week.
That's a lot of listening.
Yes.
So many skills.
We have a couple reviews we need to read.
Did you say who you are?
This is April.
Oh.
Who's that over there?
Katy Perry.
Katy Perry.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you know the conspiracy theory behind Katy Perry?
Oh, is it in my story today?
I don't know.
Because you have no idea what I'm doing.
I don't know. But the conspiracy theory.
You gotta
I can't
hold
tell
it.
you?
Nope, because you're going to tell us in the story.
Okay.
Because I know what it is. She's like light bulbs.
My bulb is halfway on. Okay, she won't tell me the story, so I'm going to be just as shocked as you guys. Let's read some of these reviews that we've got in.
Which one are we starting with? I don't know
Right
where we
here.
ended. Oh, okay.
Okay, so
You go first.
this is from AMEDAE08. It's titled Bloody. And it says, love it. I love how they are real and in the moment. Caroline asked a question during April's podcast, and I was so glad she did because I forgot who that person was, so it helped. Love and will continue to listen. Thank
I
you.
love that my questions are helping people.
Yes, my mom said the same thing.
That was probably your mom who wrote the review. This is from MX Sandy 12. Great banter on Bloody Story. She says, love their chemistry.
Nice.
Ba-dum-ba-dum. Oh,
This one is from Annoyed_2017. It's titled Juicy, Factual, Fun. I am a prosecutor in Waco, and it has been great to hear some old infamous cases discussed in a podcast format. And the hosts are very entertaining. Thank you, Annoyed.
yeah. I was
Who's
like,
the prosecutor?
I don't know. Maybe
Wow.
she'll email us.
Maybe it's a he.
Maybe they will email us.
Maybe it is a they.
You never know. This is from Sadie793. Title, hilarious and informative. And they say the podcast is hilarious and hits the spot on my true crime love.
Thanks, Sadie. And we'll read one more. This is from KCT21. Love it. I've been binge listening, but I love it, ladies. Keep it up.
Oh, so great.
Those just make my day.
I know. Keep going. Post some more. Post some more.
Keep coming. Keep it coming. Keep it coming.
At least 4 stars for each review.
Oh, we just actually got one on something. Love the podcast. These folks were all kinds of fucked up. Protect your kids. Oh, that's from the children. That's on the Children of Cult post.
Yikes. Scooby-Doo.
Oh, I don't know.
Interesting.
The
people
episode from today.
Requiring.
The episode that came out today, which would have been last week from them, it's a little crazy. I still am not over the Children of God cult.
Well, today is a palate cleanser.
Yay.
I'm going to cleanse the out of your palate. Everybody's palate.
Oh my
I don't
goodness.
know what that really means, but listen, just get your drinks because you don't have to drink to get through it. You have to just drink to enjoy it.
To enjoy.
Yeah.
It's happy hour.
This is a happy hour. This is. I mean, there's a couple murders, but it's
life.
it's not as bad as it.
Can you tell
last
them what
week.
we're drinking today?
Well, April has the biggest, most giant bottle of Pendleton whiskey I've ever even seen in my whole lifetime.
I just know that if I start drinking whiskey, there's nothing else to move up to.
Yeah, there's not.
There's nothing else. So, what's next? Crack.
Yeah, that's actually the next.
Next
Straight
might be
to crack.
intervention.
Straight to intervention. Who's at my house? What's happening? I'm getting an intervention. This is great. I know.
Okay. I am ready for your story because
I don't think we have any updates of anything else.
mm-mm.
Oh my gosh.
Let's get to it.
Okay.
What you got today?
So I have someone for you whose teachings span from satanic reptiles posing as humans
Oh, shit.
to UFO takeovers to aliens kidnapping and eating children.
What?
The leader is a self-proclaimed servant, prophet, ambassador, daughter, and messenger of the Most High God. Her teachings and conspiracy theories that reptilian aliens and demons are posing as humans in effort to take over the world has reached millions.
Somebody message us about that.
I know.
I had no idea. I remember I was like, well, we do animal facts sometimes.
So I knew, so we had somebody comment on one of our, on the first one. What was the first cult we did?
Marshall.
Yes. So it was
Mathers,
David
Applewhite.
Ick. That's the pseudo name or whatever of the person that commented. So David Ick has written books about reptilians, and this lady who I'm talking about is named Sherry Shriner.
Oh, Sherry.
And she believes that high society, rich people, a lot of the government are actually reptilians.
What?
And that's what this David Ick guy wrote about.
Okay.
And he wrote a book about reptilians and how certain people are reptilians and how certain things that you have to get rid of these reptilians. And so she created her own online cult
Do you
to
think
fight
that was,
against the reptilians.
Do you really think that was David Ick that was messaging us?
Well, I don't think it was actually him, but I think it's somebody who's has a Facebook that is
Profile.
named after
Okay.
him.
Okay.
But
Is
I
he
mean,
dead?
I don't look it up. I don't think
Okay.
he's dead, but
Okay.
I don't think that was actually him. I also don't think it was Marshall Applewhite that was coming.
Now you don't think so. At first you thought he was commenting from the UFO.
Well, I didn't really think that.
No.
So Sherry Shriner has been referred to as a reptile cult leader, and she believed that she was God's mouthpiece and his actual daughter sent to Earth to fight the New World Order.
His daughter.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she became the virtual leader of an online reptilian extraterrestrial cult that believed demonic alien reptiles were sent by Satan to take over the world. She believed that Lucifer was another child of God, which makes him her brother.
Okay.
But that he's also who we think is Jesus.
What? Oh, we're mixed up? Not her?
Yes. Yes.
So
we're worshiping Jesus, but
it's
Jesus
actually
is actually Satan.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
We're going to have to like really cleanse after this one. Okay. So thanks to the King James translation of the Bible, anyone who believes in Jesus has been duped into worshiping Satan, and her biggest weapon in the fight against Satan and the New World Order is an orgone. I will tell you more about orgones in a little bit. Okay? Okay.
How do you find these
Listen,
things?
Sherry Shriner was born in Cleveland, Ohio in 1965, April. Into a Christian family. They were Lutheran, but they went to church every Sunday. And as she grew up, she just felt like something was missing from the religion that her family practiced. It's lizards. Lizards were missing.
Have you noticed that all of our people grew up in like really religious households? Really religious households. All of them. All of our cult leaders.
When Sherry was a child, she said that she experienced night terrors, saying that she saw this like 7-foot tall black caped demon, like demonic figure at the foot of her bed. She went on to like say these visions played a major role in her life. So as a teenager, she read the book The Late Great Planet Earth, which was infamous for introducing the idea of the end times prophecy, when the world events would climax into like some sort of judgment day. Isn't that kind of like what the Bible says?
Yeah.
Okay. So it was at this point that she determined that these figures that she had seen as a child were evil forces sent from Satan. And over time...
Satan/Jesus.
Yeah. Yes. Over time, she came to believe that God had chosen her to be his warrior, sent to spread his teachings as far and wide as she could. Yeah. How do you feel about it?
I don't know.
In her 20s, she was still normal back then, okay, when she was in her 20s.
Was she normal?
Well... she had these visions, and she's thinking these things, and she's like, okay. And then I guess she didn't have the visions anymore.
Okay.
But they started coming back a little bit later in life. Okay. So she's in her 20s. She's studying like journalism, political science, criminal justice. She went to Kent State University. She got married. She had a kid.
Okay.
You know, it seems like she's fine. Well, the visions returned, April. They came back, and she was like, you know what? I'm gonna tackle these visions. I'm going to figure out what's really going on with these visions.
It's about the time that schizophrenia usually onsets too.
Yeah, that kind of comes up a little bit. And so it's at this point that she decided that she was going to just dive deep into Bible codes. Bible codes.
Okay.
Do you know anything about that?
No.
Bible codes, April, are what some believe to be like words or messages within
subliminal
the Hebrew text. So she had to like figure out how to read the codes. Like if there was a certain comma in a certain place, that's code. So these codes, they would hold predictions about specific events. Like basically they were for when the Bible doesn't say what you want it to say, it's a way for you to find a secret message.
Ooh.
So this phenomenon, this like being able to find a secret message has actually been debunked. So it's actually not really a thing. So, but she was saying that like, as long, like you can stare at something for so long and it'll just like turn into what you want it to be. So like I can stare at you for so long and then you're going to like turn into my husband.
Oh,
Whataburger. You could turn into my husband serving me Whataburger.
Okay. I will bring you
on the beach.
A Whataburger, a number one with cheese only.
Yes.
Right?
And mustard.
Cheese and mustard only.
Maybe I should add pickles one day, but no. So guess what? It was the Bible codes that Shriner discovered that King David was her ancient grandfather. So Jesus is basically her brother. What? Yeah.
Oh, I thought she was the daughter. She's the sister of Jesus now.
Yeah, now she's
Okay.
Now she's
No, she was the daughter of God, is what she was, and now she's Jesus' sister.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, because Jesus is the son of God.
Yeah,
so she's
but
the
he's really
sister.
Satan, so I don't know what's happening.
So she's,
So just keep up. So the theme of this story is just keep up.
okay.
So in her, listen, she wrote a bunch of books, but in her 2005 book, Bible Codes Revealed the Coming UFO Invasion,
Ooh, her and Marshall.
she recalled long conversations that she had with God. And this is when she found out that she was God's mouthpiece and messenger for the coming, like for the last days. Like she was going to be the person. So I bet her and Marshall Applewhite, either they're best friends or they're like, no, I'm the messenger. No, like they're probably fighting on the UFO right now.
Yeah. I
Could you
believe that.
imagine? I wish I could make an animation video of this. It would be great. Don't know how to do that. So she credits these Bible code teachings as to how to unravel like daily events, expose lies told by the media and the government, and that it'll bring to light future events that are planned by like Satan, Lucifer. So she started using this system of beliefs to like around the end of day prophecies. Like she basically, these codes were just telling her what was going to happen. And she started calling it the alien agenda and the coming UFO invasion. So now we have UFOs, we have aliens, we have paranormal activity, which to most people, we may feel like this are kind of unrealistic things, right? So, but according to Sherry, she said, if we believe they are not real or uninvolved in our lives, then we are failing. And that this is the greatest trick of all, because aliens aren't extraterrestrial at all. They're subterranean. Okay?
That means they're here right
So
now
they
with us?
live among us in secret, in designated bunkers, waiting for their moment to bring the end of days. So basically,
That's
Hillary
kinda believable.
Clinton, yeah, it's like the Clintons and like Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Oh, so
Like they're part of the
Scientology.
Illuminati.
the Illuminati people.
Listen, we're going to get into it. So let all that soak in. Let it all soak in. So Sherry's gained all this knowledge. So she's like, oh my gosh, I forgot these Bible codes. Like, I know that these like reptilian alien people are all around, and I have got to tell people about this. Because why would she not? She is Jesus' sister.
It's her duty.
I mean, so guess what? This is right around the early 2000s.
What?
I know. It's like the other day.
Yes.
So this is right when the internet was starting. Guess what? This bitch jumped on that bus. She got a website. She got a blog. She got YouTube. She's on it. She started in like 2005, several websites, a blog, and a radio show. Apparently, she was reaching 100 countries.
What?
I know. In 2008, she started her first YouTube channel. She was on it. And apparently in 2019, her videos had reached more than 3 million views. And she had 20,000 subscribers, which, I mean, isn't like a lot, like compared to like the people now, but it's more than like, I mean, we probably have like 3 views. Like, I don't know. So this is where it gets really exciting. In 2017, she did an interview where she denied being a cult leader. She said people could choose whether or not they listened to her teachings. But those who did listen heard conspiracy theories, including the following. Schreiner said that the estimated 300,000 children who go missing each year are taken by aliens who harvest their bodies. There are dark forces everywhere, from reptilians in the White House to draconians in the Vatican. Do you know what a draconian is?
No.
A draconian is a reptilian alien, or like alien race.
Okay. In the Vatican, and that's like where that's the Catholics, right?
Like that's, yeah, like where the Pope
The
lives
Pope,
or something.
okay, yeah.
I should know. I'm Catholic. So, and then she said that since 1954, there have been millions of U.S. citizens who have been victims of UFO kidnappings.
I'm a little scared. I'm a little scared.
This theory may have earned Schreiner her nickname as the reptilian cult leader. She had also said that everyone on TV was fake and a reptilian. She pointed out unflattering pictures of celebrities as evidence.
Okay.
Because they had malfunctioning reptilian skin suits.
And they were malfunctioned.
Yes. And if you Google, like I did, malfunctioning reptilian skin suits, you will go and you will see this guy, this news guy, and he's giving this interview and his face starts melting off. And then the one that's my favorite is Katy Perry. And in this one, her eyes turn into lizard eyes. Watch her eyeballs. A screenshot recorded it for you. Is it playing? Because they do. I know. So listen, while you watch it, she also said, I'm going to get to that too. She also said Wendy Williams is a clone. And Justin Bieber had a demon put in him when he was a child.
What?
But the only person who said John Bonet is still alive and is actually Katy Perry is
her?
you.
Oh, me?
That's what you said.
Yeah.
What's your story about Katy Perry?
That was the conspiracy theory that I heard, that John Bonet Ramsey is actually Katy Perry grown up. And they look alike.
And how crazy is it that she is on the website as being a malfunctioning reptilian skin suit?
So she was kidnapped by the aliens when she was young, and she came back as a reptilian.
Yep. Everybody just let it sink in. Let it go deep. Did you also know that?
I'm going to look at Hillary Clinton's reptilian.
Oh, she's for sure a reptilian. She could have got a better skin suit, though. I mean. Okay, but listen, Taylor Swift's song Shake It Off is about how she sheds her skin.
Oh.
Yeah. Every 1,000 years. She shakes it off. Yeah. And then like Bad Blood, it's about how she drinks the blood out of her Grammys.
Her Grammy trophies? This lady. I believe that she really thinks all of this.
But actually, the only two things that she said was Wendy Williams and Justin Bieber.
Oh, okay.
But actually, she also did say that she thinks that the British royal family are all lizards and that they killed Diana because she was exposing their reptilian secret.
Oh.
Yeah. Can you believe it?
Is Beyonce one?
Well, Beyonce is, she's considered part of the Illuminati.
Okay, and that's separate.
So the Illuminati is separate. I think I have that in here somewhere. And that's like, they're just a part, she even refers to it in her song, she's like, y'all haters coming at me with that Illuminati mess.
Yeah.
So, and she like holds up these signs, like she holds up like this okay sign, but like apparently that's Illuminati. And like Jay-Z holds up like this triangle sign, and that means Illuminati because the Illuminati sign has an eyeball at the top of a pyramid.
Ooh.
Listen, I've been looking and Googling all this stuff. So here's the other thing is Shanner. Who's Shanner? Shriner? I don't even know her name anymore.
Sherry Shriner.
Sherry Shriner also referred to Jews as Satan's offspring. So this is a very anti-Semitic situation.
Okay.
And tragedies like mass shootings and natural disasters were false flag operations which were executed by the Illuminati. So the Illuminati is a conspiracy theory that the rich, elite, highly influential people essentially control all world events.
So they did Katrina.
Probably.
Damn you, Beyonce. How you going to
I know, but
start
listen,
Katrina?
I had just told somebody the other day, if you were to come back reincarnated, who would you want to be reincarnated as?
I don't want to be reincarnated. I want to.
Well, if you could.
Okay. J-Lo.
That's what I said.
J-Lo.
I screamed so loud into the mic just then. That's
J-Lo.
what I said. Because I said, number one.
But is she Illuminati?
No.
Okay.
Because I was saying I would want to be J-Lo because I just saw her at the Super Bowl and she looked real hot in her outfit. And she's real hot. She can dance and she can sing and she's funny.
And she has the best skin.
And then I was like, well, I wouldn't mind being Beyonce either. And then I was like, oh, bitch in the Illuminati.
I don't even like Beyonce.
But I like the fact that they can sing and they can dance.
Yeah.
I don't really need like their beliefs.
I don't know how to dance, so I would like to be somebody who knows how to dance. So that's why I picked
I
J-Lo.
should choose Tina Turner because she's my ultimate. Like, you know, I've been to like 4 of her concerts.
Have you really?
Oh, yes.
Do you watch the movie every time it comes on?
Like, I went to 4 of her concerts in high school because I'm simply the best. Better than all the rest.
Do you know that my high school dance team officer routine, like the tryout routine, was Tina Turner?
Oh my gosh.
Proud Mary.
Oh my gosh. Proud Mary would so glad to do, but then I cannot even.
I used to have the whole thing down.
I do. I know it's a couple simple moves, and I could still be probably her backup dancer if she was still dancing. That's why I'm not.
We'll have to videotape you doing that.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's already on video somewhere. Lots of videos. So, yeah, she says that all these Illuminati and like NATO, they're both satanic reptilian people.
And now a word from our sponsors.
Hey, Caroline, do you love candles?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, so do I. There's an amazing local business called Sassy Queen Candles, owned and operated by Latrinda Peoples. She's from here in Waco.
Sassy Queen Candles, they offer an assortment of soy candles in various sizes, wax melts, and car fresheners, all hand-poured with love.
They have all the scents, seasonal, special requests, and all just like the standard scents that you want.
Check out the website. That is sassyqueencandles.com, SASSYQUEEN candles.com.
And for updates, you should check out her Facebook and her Instagram. Follow Sassy on social media. Let's go light our candles.
RogueCon 23. That's right. It is here. It's not back. It's here. It's the first one. Join the ultimate celebration of digital content with its creators, passionate fans, and industry experts. It is all happening in downtown Waco across multiple venues, January 20th through the 22nd of 2023. Now, if you want to go, you got to get tickets, and tickets are on sale at RogueCon23.com. That's RogueCon, RogueCon 23.com. Be there. I'm going to be there. Everybody's going to be there. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Hank. You might remember me from a show called King of the Hill. Check out a King of the Hill rewatch podcast. These boys ain't right, but they are funny. Find the podcast anywhere you get your podcasts or at roguemedianetwork.com. I tell you what.
Listen, this is where Sherry Shriner, she got smart. She started to monetize her followers. She's like, I'm going to get some money. So she's like, I'm going to diversify my income. I'm going to get some revenue. And she started asking for donations at the end of her programs. And she started a GoFundMe in 2014. This was literally yesterday. And she raised over $150,000 to help her investigate the end of times. Excuse me.
Gosh.
April, I think we need to start a GoFundMe or Give and Go or whatever it is because
Gifts and Go.
give whatever because we need to investigate. So excuse me,
Here it
announcement.
comes.
We're now starting a GoFundMe to help our research.
Okay.
So please donate to, we don't have a website yet, but how's she going to get $150,000? That's all it takes. That's all she has to just say. And she's going to get
Wow.
$150,000. Way to go, Sherry. But listen, that's not all. Let's go back. Remember I mentioned those orgons?
Yes.
So she also sold these things called orgone shooters. Can you just guess?
It's a slingshot.
Close, but no. I'll tell you the background of it. The idea of orgons originated from a man named Wilhelm
Okay.
Reich. He was a student of like Sigmund Freud.
Okay.
So he believed that orgasms were the cure to all illnesses.
Okay.
So he built this
Sex
orgone
doctor.
energy accumulator. And he said that he said he could improve users' orgastic potency and improve their general and mental health. So I'm pretty sure it was like a gigantic vibrator. It was like this chamber you sit in. Vibrator thing. Okay.
What? Okay.
Okay. This is where it originates. This
Okay.
orgone situation.
So you sit in there and you can have better orgasms.
Pretty much.
While you're in there or after you leave?
I think it's while you're in there. You just get this energy cut. Yeah, basically that's what it sound. Listen, that's how I interpreted it when I was
And that's all that
reading and
matters.
listening. That's all that matters.
all that
I was like,
matters.
did he invent or vibrators? I just had a stroke talking about this. So he actually ended up, unfortunately, being sued for medical fraud because his claims were debunked. And Schreiner would preach that his stuff was taken down because the orgone had too much power. And that she said the orgones were supposed to be used as a tool to repel demons and aliens. So her orgones that she had, they were made of crystal and copper wire metal shavings. Basically like this like
Lava lamp.
metal rock with sparkles. And she said that this orgone could repel against negative and evil energies and evil beings, and aliens and demons don't like to be around it, and humans are possessed by aliens and like people who were like reptilians or aliens. They would like burn, or they would asphyxiate, or they would like break out in boils and rashes if this orgone came close to them. So
Did she carry?
she had these like orgones that you could buy
Oh my goodness.
for, it would only cost you one Hillary Clinton
What is that?
or $30. That's all it would cost to get this melted plastic with glitter on it. And you could like, she would set them around places and it would keep all the aliens, reptilians away from her. And she would sell them. Like if you're like, oh my gosh, I really need an orgone because like, I think there's some reptilians up in here, like some third eye people come in, Illuminati shit, like.
And then the orgons will protect her.
Yes.
Will protect you. Okay, this is a little crazy, but I think people still believe that crystals do something like that.
Oh, crystals are huge in like LA.
Yeah. So I was listening
Healing
to
energy. And if you're watching Salt Lake City of Housewives, homegirl over here, she keeps doing this.
They can't see.
I know. I'm cleansing
She's
my aura
cleansing?
and
Oh.
all these crystals and these healing energies, but this
So-
is very close and similar.
It is believing in a rock.
Yeah.
And what's crazy to me is like these people believe in this rock, but they don't want to like believe in anything else. So I was listening to a cult podcast, and they said, I brought my crystals because this is a little evil. And I was like, what the hell are crystals going to do?
Oh, yeah. You didn't know about those crystals?
No,
Oh,
I
yes.
can't do it. I'm going to
It's
tell my
like
brother
all
to move
these,
back
like,
from California.
You know, like like into yoga, like I almost did a yoga one, but like just natural.
Zen.
It's gonna like cleanse your aura.
Okay.
It's basically like ASMR. I don't
Is
know.
it like my lemon water that I think
No.
cleanses my liver?
No, it's not like your alkaline. Yeah, drinking your alkaline water is like their diamond.
No, it's
yes,
not. Alkaline
yes.
water is real.
So are the crystals.
Okay.
So, listen. This is, I mean, we might be like, this is crazy, but listen, some people really got into this.
Obviously.
One of her more popular radio shows was called Aliens in the News.
Oh, God.
Well, how creative are you, Sherry? So she hired this girl who had just graduated from high school named Kelly Pingley. Now, Kelly was like transcribing her shows, and she came to like Shriner when she was kind of like confused about religion. She didn't really like have anything she was really following. And she said that she had experienced some sort of like spiritual reawakening once she had started working with Sherry Shriner.
Okay.
So they worked together, they traveled together, they went on missions, and the purpose of these missions was to battle the New World Order. And in a few years later, Kelly Pingley, she had a blog and she would write about stuff. And so her blogs and stuff started getting like more extreme and just kind of unhinged and a little like even more out there. And she just started describing seeing visions and hearing voices. And apparently her brother was like, well, actually, I'm pretty sure that she has undiagnosed schizophrenia.
Obviously.
Which is what you said earlier.
Yes.
And then, but you're like, oh, or it could be that she was just very impressionable after hanging out with old Sherry Shriner for so long. But listen, December 2012, Kelly Pingley wrote on her blog that the apocalypse was near, which they all say it's
what?
near.
I know. Why do they want the world to end?
I think they just want to be like the ones who like, if you predicted it and it came true and you're like, see, I was right. But then everybody's going to be gone. So then nobody's going to even know.
Yeah.
So y'all are crazy. So she said that she had been shown a symbol that told her that there was going to be an alien invasion. And in December 28th, she drove to a park where she died by suicide. But she was found wearing a pendant made of orgone given to her by Shriner. And then Pingley's brother went back and said in an interview that like Sherry Shriner fills people's heads with delusions. Well, no
Obviously,
shit.
yeah.
And that part of the teaching, like that the brother said, part of why my sister killed herself was to reach the next level of spirituality.
Oh, Marshall
hell.
Applewhite.
Clearly, they copied everything from Marshall Applewhite.
Yeah.
So, what actually went down was Shriner responded to the death of Kelly, her like friend who she traveled with all the time, and she was like, "Well, actually, she was supposed to kill me." So I could get to the next level first, but she didn't. She killed herself. Sure, Sarah. Wait, I was like, sure, Jan. Sure. Like,
sure,
Jan. Sure.
So she was jealous that
Yes.
the girl got to the next level before her.
Yes. So, yeah, she's a great leader, Sherry Shriner. She's so great. So this brings us to the next guy, Stephen Minio. Okay.
Like Andy Mineo?
Like there was a podcast called The Opportunist, and it's like a whole series. It's like an 8-part podcast. And let me tell you, I did not even know that I listened to this podcast until I went back and looked, and I was like, that name sounds so familiar. So I looked up Stephen Minio, and I listened to the first couple episodes of this podcast called The Opportunist, and they go all into like way deep in all of this. But it's like a documentary kind of a thing, but it was good. It's like they interview a bunch of family and stuff.
But does he really believe it, or he's
so
just
it tells you more in depth about his story and his stuff. So what he did was he was a follower of Shriner. He he connected with her in her videos. They created this online friendship. He would comment on her Facebook posts, her YouTube videos, whatever. But then he started dating this girl named Barbara Rogers. And so that kind of drew a little bit of a wedge in between Steven and Sherry.
Because Sherry
Shriner.
low-key liked him.
Well, she said she didn't really mind it. She was fine with it. But then the Barbara Rogers lady, so they're dating, Steven and Barbara dating. She goes and she posts a picture on Facebook saying that a picture of steak tartare. Is that just raw steak? So she said that she tried it for the first time. Sherry was like, She called her a vampire, witch, reptilian, super soldier.
Because it's like a rare steak.
Because she's eating raw meat. Sure, Jan. Sure. Do you know who Jan is?
Yes, from
Just making
Brady.
sure.
Brady Bunch.
I
never watched
couldn't
it,
say
though.
sure, Sherry, sure, because then
No,
that's
no,
too hard
it's
to
a
say.
Mouthful.
Yeah. So she's a vampire, witch, reptilian, super soldier.
That's what I'm going to tell everybody that
Try to
eats
say
a
it.
rare.
Be like,
You
are you a vampire, witch, reptilian, super soldier? Super soldier.
Super soldier. Ew. Wait.
Did you look up
steak tartare.
Veptarian?
It's
Why
a
did I
dish
just
of-
say Veptarian?
It's
This is why I don't speak,
raw,
except for on podcast.
ground, minced horse meat. Bitch was a.
She is a reptilian.
She is a. Say it again.
A vampire, witch, reptilian, super spreader. No,
Super.
a vampire,
soldier.
witch, reptilian, super soldier. Jeez, that is hard to say. She could have at
Ugh.
least rearranged those words.
It is raw. Who would eat that? How do you not die?
Well, apparently
It could be beef or
Barbara
horse meat.
Rogers was eating it. And in one of Sherry's YouTube videos, she said, people who eat raw meat, there's only certain types of people who crave raw meat because they crave the blood. Those with the vampire demon in them.
I believe her. I might
And
be
then
following
she
Sherry.
said, and so then Stephen Mineo sided with his girlfriend, with Barbara. He was like, I'm on her side. So he started posting videos on his YouTube.
Mike
What?
loves raw meat.
Oh, yeah. I
I
don't know.
believe it. He might be reptilian.
I don't know what cult he's in. No, he is Apple White because he has the Nike shoes. He's a mixture. He's a hybrid.
He's a hybrid.
Oh my gosh, he's hybrid. So he's posting videos. He's like calling Shriner a fraud, and he's saying that her followers are mentally sick. Unfortunately,
Okay.
I don't have her followers. So, he said that. So they had this feud, and he was like saying that Shriner was making him feel suicidal, and then tragedy. July 15th, 2017. Barbara Rogers, the girlfriend, calls 911, and she said Steven had a gun and that he said this is what Barbara said. He told me to hold it here and press the trigger. Oh my God, he's dead. And when police arrived, they found him with a bullet to his forehead. So what she said was that Steven was like, you need to shoot me. I want you to shoot me. And he held the gun to his head with his hands on it, but then grabbed her hand and made her pull the trigger.
So it's not suicide. Maybe.
I get she had like 3 different stories. So I don't think she was,
Maybe she killed him.
I don't know. I think they both killed him. But-
Sherry, and they're really lesbo lovers.
The girlfriend, Barbara, that's the one who did it. That's the one who he was holding it.
Okay.
So Barbara Rogers was arrested and charged with his murder. And look, you can go listen to this whole story on that podcast,
On The
The Opportunist. And so Rogers later went and told police that she and Steven had been kicked out of an online cult, which had upset Steven so much he didn't want to live, blah, 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 blah. So I think he was upset because she was posting these pictures of the raw meat and she was being called vampire cult
That
super
still doesn't-
spreader. And then he wanted to kill himself. And then he was like, you need to do it. And it was this whole big argument. And there's 911 recording and it's all this stuff. So only a few days later, Sherry Shriner responded to the death of Stephen Mineo by a video. And she said she had warned him that Rogers was going to destroy him. Because, she's what is she? A vampire? Reptilian.
Soldier. Blood.
Soldier. Super soldier.
Vampire.
Super spreader soldier. Vampire witch.
Wow.
So she's like, I warned him. We knew who she was. And Shriner said the couple had most likely watched Resident Evil, the movies, which drew the demon inside of Rogers out. Have you ever watched those movies? Because I haven't.
What movie is it?
Resident Evil.
Oh, no.
Me either.
No.
Well, apparently that's what she said. She decided that that's what it did. That's what it was. It drew the demon inside of Rogers out. And then this Barbara Rogers was convicted of third-degree murder, and she was sentenced to up to 40 years in prison.
Should.
And even after all these deaths, Sherry Shriner continued to preach on her conspiracy theories. But, April, I hate to tell you this, but in 2018, Sherry Shriner died of a heart attack at age 53.
Before she went to a Trump rally.
Before she went to see Hillary Clinton unzip her lizard
suits
shapeshifter face. And her followers, though, believe her death to be a hoax.
Oh, they think she's still alive like Tupac.
Yep. She's out there with Tupac
on
an island.
Do not even put them together.
Well, so listen, here's the question. Can a cult truly be online? And online, because this is all online. She barely, she never didn't show her face. She didn't ever show her face on the videos.
So they don't even know what she looks like?
I think maybe there was maybe one picture of her, but she didn't video show. She just talked.
Wow. The power of words.
She just talked, and she sounded like a alcoholic smoker.
Oh,
of 40 years. Worse, way worse.
Kind of like we sound.
She might have had a...
Or she former boot camp leader.
She sounded like she swallowed a couple of spiders and
razors.
It's definitely a few razors. I don't know what she was eating, but it was she was eating rocks. She was eating her damn orgone rocks is what she was eating.
Gnawing on them crystals.
She's not on those damn crystals. Because if you have a small amount of followers, but you can still, I guess, I don't know, because I'm how can you really have such a big cult? I mean, you're not going to have a Jonestown from online stuff.
But people always want something to believe in. So can you imagine not believing in anything and then hearing something like this?
Plus, she did get a lot of money.
Obsessed?
She did get a lot of money. And the commitment maybe was less. But listen, here's the one thing that I was thinking about when I was doing all this. I was what's starting to form now? All these virtual things.
Yeah. And
all these groups of people who had never met. And I predict that the future of cults is virtual. The metaverse.
What is that? Facebook?
Yes, it's imminent because that's where they put on those. I was talking about this metaverse stuff because it came on a Super Bowl commercial.
Okay, I did see that.
And I didn't know what it really was. And then I was talking to some people. They're like, well, you put those things on your eyes and you're literally, I was like, so it's like a video game. They're like, no.
The Oculus?
Is that, yeah.
Okay.
They
have one here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. But it's not just a video game. It's real life, April. You can walk and you can be in this whole new world.
And just stay in there.
And just stay in that world. And you can talk to people and stuff. And I don't know. It was like, I didn't understand it until I can actually do it. And I think I might join it. Wait, who's going to join this cult? I just gave it away. But somebody was saying, like, there has to be some people, like, there's got to be somebody to, like, patrol this metaverse, because what if there's people doing bad things? Like, people can kill people in the I'm like, this not even real people. I think they're just all on LSD. Everybody's on LSD in the metaverse. I just am assuming that. I don't know. I've never done LSD. I don't even know what it does.
I don't even know. I
think
still
it
don't
makes-
know what metaverse is.
It's a whole new universe. Do we need to get a
not
metaverse
in the Bible.
expert? You know, it's,
I'm not now. I don't even want to play the Oculus. You done got me scared. I thought I was gonna get one for my little nephew, and now I'm not. I don't need him in another universe.
Well, listen. He's not going to escape it, because if he's going to be listening to music and like Katy Perry and Taylor Swift and Beyonce, I mean, I don't know. I'm just telling you.
So she's dead and the cult over,
Yeah.
but her page is still going.
I mean, she still has a YouTube channel. I only could last for like a minute. It was real boring.
So there's reptilians out there.
Yeah. I
Or
told you
not.
who they were.
Yeah.
Katy Perry, Justin Bieber, Wendy Williams. She's
I believe
definitely
that
a
one.
reptilian.
She's something. Well, I don't know, Sherry. I think Sherry and what's the other girl? Barbie? The one that killed herself in the beginning? They'll see each other
Kelly.
again. Kelly? Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll see each other again.
They probably already did. They're probably all on the UFO with Applewhite.
Y'all, what do you think about Sherry Shriner and steak tartare?
Listen, I thought that was a perfect
Way to
palate cleanser. It's
Afterburg.
obviously, I've never looked into any of this stuff. I have no idea really what I'm even saying, except for that I looked into all this stuff in my research.
I
So,
hate how we cannot unhear what we hear.
no,
And
you
it
can't.
literally does stay in our brain.
I know. And the thing is when you're looking up all this stuff and you're like reading about it, then you like,
What?
What? And I went and looked at this shape shifting, makeshift, and I see Katy Perry, and I see this news anchor with his face melted off, and I see this alien reptilian whatever thing I just said, and I mean, it's just, y'all.
I mean, I will thank everybody that eats a raw steak. A rare, bloody steak is a reptilian vampire soldier.
Yes.
Wow. I'm so glad cult month is over.
How many
So glad.
comments are we gonna get from David Icke from
Yeah.
Ick from
Whatever
this?
it is.
Do you think? Do
I
you think he's gonna be sending us messages again? Because
was
I'm gonna
weird.
go ahead and say that Cult Month has definitely attracted some
weirdos.
fans,
Yeah.
some interesting people. He's probably friends with. Sherry Shriner's probably on his friend list.
I bet. So let's end with a lizard animal fact.
Yes, you have one.
I do.
Did you know? Well, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna give you tips on how you could maybe, like, in case you were worried if you're interacting with a lizard person.
Oh, please.
Here are some things you could look for. Okay, I'm just gonna give you 3 things.
Okay.
Okay, you can look for like a forked tongue. That's probably your first clue that it's probably a lizard person.
Okay.
Like forked tongue, for sure. If they have like green or blue scales, like, you know, like the scale, it's probably a lizard person.
Okay.
They have green or blue scales. And then, like, if they lay eggs, I mean, they're definitely probably a lizard.
Do
person.
lizards lay eggs?
Well, if you're a lizard person, those are the things. And I did hear that most likely people with red hair are lizard people.
Those are my favorite people.
I know. So sorry,
I
Robin.
don't believe it, Lindsay. I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So read us your.
Never trust a redhead? Is
Well,
that what you're basically
I
saying?
didn't say that. You had to say that.
Okay, so here is first I'll do a chameleon one and then I'll go to lizards. Chameleons can't regrow new tails, only geckos can. Same as iguanas and bearded dragons. It takes about 2 months for iguanas to regrow their tails.
Oh.
Did you know that?
No.
Not
2
at all.
months?
2 months for them to regrow
Do
their
they even okay, well that's
I didn't know
I thought
iguanas
it grew like in a day. I'm actually not impressed with that fact. I'm gonna need it to grow a little faster.
2 months and you can grow a whole new tail? You thought it was like on cartoons and just came right back, like Pinocchio's
yeah.
nose?
Yeah, actually I did.
Okay, question. Can a monitoring lizard like a Komodo dragon regrow a new tail?
I don't even know. How did you just pick out these facts all of a sudden?
No. Komodo dragons are big, heavy lizards that walk on land. They need that tail to store fat after feasting. No, remember my student who had
Yes.
autism
but-
that sends us random
Yes,
facts?
yes, but is it just random that those were your facts and you didn't have a clue that this is what we were talking about today?
No, this came Saturday. Like these were the facts from Saturday.
And you did not have a clue I was talking about
No.
lizard people.
Isn't that great?
Oh my gosh.
Random. Maybe it is true. Woo! Okay, tell them what we got next week.
Oh my gosh. What
Next
do
month.
we have next month? Oh my gosh. We have heavy hitters.
Yes.
Heavy hitters. So we have serial killers, the ones, the OGs, the people you
A-team.
know, the A-team, varsity, whatever you want to call it. They are the ones that you've heard of. And that, sometimes I had heard of some big names, but I never really listened to the story because I heard their name so much, and I was just like, bleh. Like John Wayne Gacy, I'm like, clown kid,
But
clown
you
with
don't
head,
really know.
but I don't really know.
Yeah.
And Dahmer,
Oh, I just listened to a 3-part series. So we know that you're going to hear some Dahmer. You're going to hear some Kemper. Those are my 2. I don't know what you're going to hear next week because I don't know what I'm going to put first.
is next week still? What is this month? February?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a short month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So serial killers all month, next month. Look forward to it. Tune
We'll
in.
have 4 serial killers and like 1 random because there's 5.
Okay.
But
We don't know what the random is yet.
No.
Or do we? You're smiling like you have a plan.
oh, I did have one that I wanted to do that was so crazy.
Okay. Well, you
Okay.
can do it. All right, y'all. Don't forget to go on Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts or your Spotify.
What's Google Podcast?
It's the same thing as our Apple Podcasts.
Oh.
But it's for people who don't have an iPhone.
Oh, no. I don't know. I don't associate with those people.
But they can rate and review us just like you can on Apple. That
Okay.
helps us out so much. So if you've been listening to us this whole time, if you have not done that, you suck. So
Yeah,
don't,
that's rude.
don't suck and go
you're-
and do it.
Yeah, don't be an alien reptile.
Yeah. So rate, review, and subscribe. And we got a great email that we're going to read to y'all next week. And if you want your email read, just send us an email at
bloodyhappyhour@gmail.com.
If you want to check out some other amazing podcasts, you should go to roguemedianetwork.com. Rogue Media is why we sound so amazing, and you can hear some other great podcasts.
We're going to sound even better when we're sitting on those couches.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Don't forget to
Stay aware.
stay alive.
And always be DTF.
This has been a Rogue Media podcast.
Join the ultimate celebration of digital content with its creators, passionate fans, and industry experts. It's all happening in downtown Waco across multiple venues on January 20th through the 22nd, 2023. Tickets are on sale now at roguecon23.com.
Hi, I'm Hank. You might remember me from a show called King of the Hill. Check out a King of the Hill rewatch podcast. These boys ain't rap, but they are funny. Find the podcast anywhere you get your podcasts or at roguemedianetwork.com. I tell you what.